What's up, YouTube? This video is going to be a video that I've been promising. I'm finally getting around to it because the wipe is just around the corner. And I think the things that we're going to talk about in this video are going to be really important and really impactful. I've been playing Tarkov for over 6,000 hours. I think at this point, I'm at about 6,400 hours. The upcoming wipe will be my 7th. I've gotten Kappa every wipe. I've done pretty much everything you could do in each individual wipe. Now, I'm going to talk about the 5 things that I wish I knew when I started, and it would save me a ton of time at the beginning. So the first thing, the most important thing, the thing that whenever anybody comes into chat, they say, "Sick, do you have any tips for new players?" This is the one thing I talk about. Number 1, use the wiki. The wiki is going to be your literal best friend for everything. Do you need an item? Look it up in the wiki. How do I do a task? Look it up in the wiki. What's the best ammo? Look it up in the wiki. Everything that you could ever imagine about Tarkov is in that wiki. The wiki is gonna have maps, and those are very crucial for you to learn a location. I don't know anything about customs. Look at the map, try to get some landmarks, try to get some POIs that you're able to easily identify to kind of place yourself on a map, and you're gonna learn the maps that much faster. But I understand that a lot of people wanna talk to somebody, ask somebody. I call myself the dumbest, smartest Tarkov player. Why? I know everything, but I just don't know specific. I don't know the calibers of ammo. I don't know what necessarily weapons are called. I don't necessarily know what tasks are called, but I do know where to go for everything. And you know how I got it? Through the wiki. The second most asked about thing, number 2 on the list. And what's the point of getting all that gear if you're not going to use it? Just to say you have it? That's kind of lame. Go out there, use your gear, get over that gear fear even quicker. Sick. How do you overcome gear fear? Gear fear exists in everybody, and it's always kind of there. I like to picture it like this. I use this analogy and I explain it to chat. Gear is like water. And what do I mean by that? You're drinking water, right? That's you accumulating gear. But other times you have to use the bathroom and you lose some water. And that's you dying in raid over and over again. You never truly own the water. It's just your time to use it. And if you think about gear in that way, I think you'll slowly but surely be able to chip away at that gear fear. The third thing on the list, very important and a great thing for new people to use as a tool in their toolbox for learning Tarkov. Always SCAV-RUN. Always SCAV-RUN. I still SCAV-RUN. I've played the game for 6,300 hours. It is a phenomenal way for you to expand on your knowledge and improve your knowledge in so many ways. Free gear and free loot. I'll put that in air quotes. Free gear, free loot. You're going to be able to learn a new map. When you don't know a map, SCAV-RUN the map. Use a map from the wiki to kind of compare where you are and just develop that knowledge of the map. Try to learn the ins and outs a little bit better. You're going to be able to kind of sort of figure out where the loot is as well, or what areas you should be targeting on your PMC runs. Another subtle thing about scav runs is if you run into other player scavs, you should definitely try to Voip them. In my experience, I'll say like 8 out of 10 times, sometimes more, sometimes less. Player scavs are definitely willing to help other player scavs, whether it be to get a piece of loot, or to get a quest item, or, oh man, yo, do you know where this extract is? All of these things. Player scavs are kind of like a unspoken bond. You always are gonna have your bad player scavs, and those guys are jerks, but it is what it is. Maybe remap your Voip key. It's default K, and make sure you're using your Voip as a scav to, you know, ask questions. People in the Tarkov community are definitely willing to help you. You just need to get out there, kind of be accepting of that help. The last thing about scav runs is the more you successfully scav run and increase your scav rep, the more scavs you'll be able to run, and the faster you'll be able to rotate through map, and the faster you'll be able to get more and more and more free loot to help you on your quest for the wipe. Fourth thing that I wish I knew when I started the game, guns don't matter. The fourth thing that I wish I knew when I started the game, guns do not matter at all. The ammo is the determining factor in how effective a weapon is. For all the fancy attachments that you can add on to weapon, all that is doing is making it so that you could shoot better. But if you're shooting marshmallows versus nukes, one of those two things is going to be a little bit more effective. For example, this is the ammo test. The first is 855, and count how many it takes to kill them. 855 versus 855A1 is absolutely night and day. 12 shots. Now this is 855. 4 shots. See the difference? With 5.56 specifically. 8.55, you're going to be throwing that into a target. You're going to be mag dumping the whole clip. 8.55A1, 5 shots, 6 shots, 7 shots, done. Versus a massive amount of 8.55. Learn to look at the ammo charts and to see what the best ammo is for whatever weapon you're using. Just remember, when you're thinking about what to use, think ammo and not necessarily the weapon. All right. The 5th, and this is definitely the most important one of all of these. Make sure you're subbed here to the YouTube channel. We put out shorts all the time, and we put out at least one long form video a week. We got plenty of content coming, especially with the wipe. So make sure you're subbed here to the channel. I greatly appreciate that. For any other of my socials, link is in the bio. I stream over on Twitch as well. All right, the last topic, number 5. This is a very specific to Tarkov thing, and it's a little bit difficult for people coming over from other FPSs to grasp. And it is this. Point firing, which is hip firing, different phrasing, don't worry about it. Point firing versus ADSing is the same, okay? When I say that, when you ADS, you're gonna see a reticle. That's where your bullet is theoretically gonna go, right? Right there. When you're point firing, it's the same, you just don't have that reticle. So there are instances where your instinct is to ADS to get that aim. But with Tarkov, you don't have to. You could just point fire. The most frequent spot for this kind of decision-making, point fire versus ADSing, is in close quarters combat, where milliseconds can make the difference between living or losing. As a new player, or as a newer player, the quicker you can get used to point firing, the more effective and lethal you become in those close quarter situations, and the more you're gonna be able to win those kind of awkward, kind of clunky fights if you were to be ADSing. Point firing versus ADSing, I think, is one of the true differentiators of Tarkov versus other FPSs. Where the weapon is pointing is where your bullets are going to be flying. If it's up, it's up. If it's down, it's down. And that's it. End of story. Tarkov is completely, like, logistically accurate to where the weapon is pointing, the bullet is going. Utilize point fire. Learn it, love it, live it. It is an underrated thing for a new player to understand and learn and utilize. Those are the 5 tips that I wish I knew when I first started playing Tarkov. I hope you liked them. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you subbed to the YouTube channel. Good luck out there, I guess. It's a wasteland out there. I don't know. Have a good time at Tarkov. I hope this video helped.